Notice how he holds his knife. The corner joints are a little more complicated. It's a little harder to apply compound into a corner. First, we're going to do an inside corner with the traditional paper tape. This is the most economical way to do inside corners. There's a crease in the middle of the paper tape. Fold it along this crease before putting it into the corner. It is then nestled right into the compound, rough side to the wall as always. Push it snugly right up to the corner. Now we'll seat the paper into the compound and remove the excess at the same time. Cleaning it off and seating the tape while not scoring the corner with a knife is the key at this step. Here is another way to do an inside corner joint. This is a paper-faced metal bead called a B2 inside corner. As you can see, there's a small metal backing for the corner with paper glued to the exposed face, giving a wide paper flange but strength in the corner. It goes on easier because you can force the knife harder, and because of the metal support, you don't get any bunching, breaking, or cutting of the inside corner. When you have an odd angle joint like a knee wall or cathedral ceiling, you can use flexible paper-faced metal bead. Notice the miter cutouts here, where the horizontal bead meets the outside corner bead. This smooth fit avoids bumps. Here is the traditional metal corner bead. It is not attached with drywall compound like the paper beads, but is screwed or nailed into place. That is what the very small holes on the outside edges are for. The larger holes are to give a grip to the joint compound. We'll put the first coat of compound on this just a little later. Let's take a look at another corner bead. The B1 paper-faced metal bead is designed for outside corner application. We start with a generous application of compound on the wall for both sides of the corner. This bead has the metal on the inside of the 90-degree bend, with the paper on the outside. This is simply pushed into place over the compound. Now, one important trick here is to make sure that in fact this bead is square to both walls. Place your knife flat to the wall like this to verify that it is in the proper position. Then seat it by cleaning off all the excess while pushing the paper into the compound. Paper-faced metal bead provides superior resistance to edge cracking and chipping for a look that stays beautiful despite the stresses of normal building movement and everyday wear and tear. Professionals will install this type of bead using a special hopper to apply the joint compound directly to the bead. A thin compound goes inside the hopper and the bead is simply fed through. Adjusted properly, the bead will pick up just the right quantity of compound ready to put on the wall. This eliminates the need to put compound on the wall first. Simply place the bead over the corner. Now, of course, a professional would not be satisfied with a simple knife to seat the bead, so he'll take a 4-roller corner tool designed specifically for this job. He does still need to clean off the excess to avoid sanding. Here is an attractive alternative to hard 90-degree corners. This one is an outside bullnose. As we mentioned earlier, if you plan to use this corner treatment, you must install your drywall with a slight offset to allow an empty space for the curve, a curve that makes for beautiful walls. Where this curve meets the baseboard requires some special treatment because you'll have a straight baseboard and a rounded corner. A transition piece like this makes the job very easy. It gives a square corner for the baseboards, a smooth transition to the curve of the bullnose, a perfect transition between the two. Simply push everything into the compound and smooth off both sides. There are also round bullnose beads for inside corners. Notice the little miter cuts on the top to allow a matched fit to trim coming from the other angles. The inside bullnose has the paper on the inside of the curved metal and special ridges to allow for a smooth compound transition to the wall. Be sure to seat it evenly to both sides. It's a little more difficult to get smooth results, but the elimination of sharp corners is striking in the finished painted wall. All the fastener heads will need compound to hide them. Notice the two-stroke action. That helps to get the compound deep down into the screw head and eliminates those little pinholes.